What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'll be doing today is going to be some leftover mashed potato cheese balls. I'm going to plan on doing this in one of my air fryers, but listen, if it doesn't turn out the way I want, we will go ahead and do these deep fried. Anyway, this is going to be a very simple recipe. Come on in and take a look at what we're using. The ingredients you're going to need for this is we have some Panko breadcrumbs. I'm using unseasoned Panko breadcrumbs because the mashed potatoes that we're using were pretty heavily seasoned. These were garlic and dill mashed potatoes, and these are going to be stiff, so you don't want to use loose mashed potatoes. If they are a little bit loose, go ahead and add a little bit of flour in there to thicken them up. We have some flour, we have some Gouda cheese, we have just some whole milk. You could use heavy cream, even a little bit of water, and we're going to mix that with our eggs, probably about a tablespoon to these 2 eggs. Anyway, those are our ingredients. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and crack these eggs, whisk them up, throw about a tablespoon of our milk in it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut up our Gouda cheese into cubes, and then when I'm done with that, we'll meet back and start preparing it. Like I said, this is a very simple recipe. All that we're going to do is we're going to take some of our mashed potatoes, kind of get it into a little bit of a ball, put our cheese in, and then basically enclose that cheese. I have my cheese cut into bigger chunks because I want it to be a little more hearty, so that's what we're going to do. And try to make sure that the thickness of the potatoes is even the whole way around. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these and we'll get on to the next step. Now that we have our potato balls rolled up, all that we're going to do is just kind of roll them in this flour that we have. We're going to go into our egg mixture back here, and then into our breadcrumbs. Just a nice little light coating on that, and get them onto a wire rack. Now these potatoes have been in the freezer for about 2 hours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray the outside of these with some olive oil. And I happen to be using this olive oil mister. Listen, if you have an air fryer and you don't have one of these, link to this is going to be in the description below. I think it's like $15, $19. Good value. Anyway, we're going to just go ahead and spray the outside of these with that. And I'm not worried about the bottoms yet, so we're going to get to that here in a little bit. So now that we have the outside of those coated, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this basket out. And we're going to spray this out. Now the reason I'm doing this is we're going to go ahead and throw our basket in, and we're going to put it on 400 degrees for about 5 minutes just to get it heated up. So when we put these potato balls in there, they're not sticking to this rack or anything. So let's go ahead and get this in. Pack our potato balls in here. Now I've already sprayed the outside of these with oil, so the bottom is coated, so that's why I didn't worry about getting the bottom of these potatoes coated. Woo, that is hot. Before I put them in, looks like we should be able to fit all of them in here. Well, let's see. Boom, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and throw these in, and I'm going to throw them in for I'm going to check them in about 8 minutes just to see how they're doing. I'm going to go at 375 degrees, and we'll check in 8 minutes. So it's a wrap. Let's get in, see what's up. Now these are pretty big, so I'm going to kind of cut it in half. We do got a little cheesiness going on up in here. Now I made a little kind of a ranch dressing. A little bit of leftover dill I had. Let's get that in. You know what? Not bad. I do think this particular recipe can be done in an air fryer. I think it can be done better deep frying it. Anyway, before I take this bite, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.